The sacrament of anointing of the sick serves as a reminder that life is a fragile thing and is directly linked with the mystery of suffering and death. However, this sacrament is not exclusively for the hour of death. Actually, it is quite the opposite. This sacrament is meant to provide healing, consolation, and hope. If saved for the hour of death, then the dying person would have been deprived of that experience. In the Catechism of the Church, the sacrament of the anointing of the sick is described as follows, quote, "This sacrament from the Lord, by the power of His Spirit, is meant to lead the sick person to healing of the soul, but also of the body, if such is God's will." End of quote. Anointing of the sick can not only be celebrated by the dying, but also those preparing for surgery, sick children, the elderly, just to name a few of the many possible physical afflictions. Plus, this can be celebrated more than once during a person's lifetime, or within the same illness. In addition, this sacrament is meant for the sick person to be able to actively participate. During the sacrament, the sick person is to pray, put up their hands to be anointed with the chrism, make the act of contrition, hear the gospel, and take communion. If the sick person is close to death, usually they are unconscious. So who is celebrating? Most certainly not the person this sacrament is meant for. Keep in mind, even though the sick is unconscious, it is still important to call a priest to conduct the sacrament. The anointing of the sick is different from the last rites, which is dedicated exclusively for people who are dying. Anointing of the sick is to console the sick, while last rites is to prepare the dying. Those who receive the last rites receive a combination of sacraments: penance, anointing, and Eucharist Vaticum. Eucharist Vaticum is special for the purpose because it is accompanied by a prayer that surrounds death and the hope of heaven. While on earth, Jesus performed many miracles, healing the sick. He passed this job down to his disciples so that they may pray for those in need. Jesus did not distance himself from suffering and death of humans. He went through it himself. He left us this sacrament so that the sick may be united to the redemptive suffering of his passion on the cross. It is encouraged for all to take advantage of all 7 sacraments and to not avoid any single one of these gifts from God, because they are earthly signs of His very own love.